the cold cranking power your truck, car, boat, or mower will ever need. Available at Walmart and by Office Depot. Low prices every day.
Well, we're right back where we started, all tied up again. 6-6. We're going to the 7th inning, and Ryan Klesko's had a perfect night. 2 homers and a single, 3 RBIs. Fouls away the first one, 0-1.
In the 2nd inning, off-speed pitch and a low liner. He's going to get another off-speed pitch, a better one, about knee-high, one-handed. Almost the same spot.
Fouls away the 0-1 pitch to count 0-2. Guess he likes this place, huh?
I'll say.
Good pitching by Mendoza. Gets Klesko this time. That's Mendoza's first strikeout, 1 gone, and the batter will be Javi Lopez.
Made 3 good pitches and a perfect pitch on the last one.
Lopez 1 for 3 tonight. A single. He's grounded into a double play and struck out. Expected to catch for the first time since coming off the DL in tomorrow's game. Then DH again in Toronto.
Last at bat, Pete, the first time I've seen him look uncomfortable. Knee-high breaking balls out away from him. The fact they were off speed and going down and away, and the weight shift to go out and get him seemed to make him just a little uncomfortable. I'm surprised they don't go right back out there.
Now, there'll be some things that'll pop up from time to time that will tell Javi whether he has to change his approach, hitting, catching, everything he does, running. At least until he gets that knee fixed. That one got Posada. They count 1 and 2.
See, they're trying to stay in on him, and it looks like it's easier for him to transfer the weight to hit an inside pitch, to hit down and in on it. See, that's not uncomfortable. Short stride, and it seems like it's easier for him to stay on the back leg longer there than when they go down and away. They're coming back in.
Here's the 1-2. Got him inside again. Second strikeout in a row for Mendoza. He has made some great pitches to Braves hitters in this inning.
Well, that's a pitch I'm not sure any right-handed hitter could have handled. Good fastball, dives toward the kneecap. You have movement, velocity, and location. 3 for 3.
Andrew Jones, a walk, a home run, a single. Up to 274 now for the year. Anthony's.
Boy, is he getting some good movement.
Popped him up. This is going to be an easy inning for Mendoza. Here comes Martinez. And it's a 1-2-3 7th inning for Atlanta. 2 strikeouts and a little pop-up. And the Braves are gone quickly. We go to the 7th inning stretch, all tied 6-6.
While there are a lot of places where people buy parts for their car, the fact is more people choose AutoZone than any other. It's because we're the largest auto parts retailer in America, and they save money with our everyday low price. It's because more often than not, we have the parts they need in stock. And it's because we're the only place where they'll find a battery that's backed by a 3-year free replacement guarantee. Which is why we say there's just no place better than AutoZone.
Crepe Myrtle Festival is a great opportunity to get great bargains for home and garden. And if it's a little bit too hot outside, why not stop by Frames Plus? Take Grandma's old print out from under the bed, take the dust off of it, and have it reframed. Right now, during the Crepe Myrtle Festival, they're having a special, at least 35% off on any framing. And their new inventory of corner frames has just arrived with over 700 samples. Stop by during our Crepe Myrtle Festival for super deals for home and garden.
Lifestyle is everything, not just how you live, but where you live, and there's no better place to stay than Jefferson Commons. Choose from spacious furnished apartments ranging from 1 bedroom, 1 bath to 4 bedrooms and 4 baths. Plus, there's a huge pool, relaxing jacuzzi, clubhouse with fitness room, and even a computer center. Jefferson Commons has everything for collegiate residential living. Call 523-1000 today or stop by Jefferson Commons, 1325 West Tharp Street.
Bottom
Bottom half of inning 7. Mike Remlinger is still out there. He has worked 2 2/3, given up a run and a couple of hits. And Bernie Williams will lead it off here in the 7th inning. He has an RBI double in 3 at-bats tonight. He'll be followed by Tino Martinez and then Chili Davis.
What this means is if Dallas Perez gets into any kind of jam tomorrow, it is going to be a right-handed bullpen for the Braves.
Braves have a doubleheader coming up later on this road trip. It's next Friday against the Phillies, and they're still not quite sure who's going to pitch in that second game. They'll stick with the regular rotation, of course, for one of the starters, but Remlinger might get a start in the second game of that twin bill against the Phillies. Doing nothing. Kevin McGlinchey up now in the Atlanta bullpen.
Boy, what a great job he did last night. He only got 1 out, but it was a huge out.
Yeah, he was really intimidated by Yankee Stadium, wasn't he? Struck out Derek Jeter. Into that right field corner. Williams going to try for 3, and he's going to make it. That almost got out of here.
Perfectly positioned. Looked like a pretty good pitch from Remlinger. Got a little too much of the plate. Inside-out swing. Watch the ball go into the corner and hits on the yellow line. Brian Jordan almost overran that. That was right in the corner where it was a tough spot to figure out what to do with it. And they're still asking for somebody, I guess, to call it fair or foul. Was it?
Well, it was a fair ball. It hit off
on the yellow line, but Remlinger.
And that pole extends down behind the yellow line on that cover, so that's what caused the funny bounce. Here's Tino Martinez infield in now for Atlanta. Martinez tonight 0 for 3. Drove in a run when he grounded out in the first inning. And even though he's 0 for 6 in this series, everybody chanting his name as he could be a hero here.
Watch the ball go into the corner. You'll see it above the glove, and it does hit off that wide yellow line.
You see that wide yellow line covers that pole, which extends all the way to the ground.
So it's one of the widest foul poles you will see, but it did hit yellow. A tough corner in there for Brian Jordan.
In the air to center, deep enough to get the run in. Andrew Jones back for the catch, tagging in third. Bernie Williams, 3rd RBI of the series, 2nd of the night for Tino Martinez, and he's driven in all 3 of those runs with no hits. Yankees now lead it 7-6.
Well, that's his reputation here on the Yankees. He's not the flashiest. He's not the best hitter. He is just not the best anything. He just gets the job done.
57 RBIs on the year now for Tino. 1 man out, base is empty, and Chili Davis the batter. He has grounded out, singled, and walked. For Jones, across to Simon for out number 2. And Ricky Leday will be next. It's 2 out of 3 tonight. Been kind of going back and forth the last couple of years between AAA and the big leagues. He spent a long time in the minor leagues before he got here, 8.5 years before getting up here for the first time. signed as a 16-year-old, so he's still a youngster.
But every rumored trade you heard involving the Yankees in the winter of 96, 97, and 98 had him listed as an untouchable.
Two-0 the count. Yankees really believe that Leday can develop into a top major league power hitter. They really like his swing for this ballpark. And there's another base hit off a left-hander. He's 2 for 2 off Remlinger tonight. And that's his 3rd hit of the night. Hit number 4 allowed by Remlinger. Bobby Cox on his way. And looks like we're going to get the right-hander Kevin McGlinchey on. So the Yankees have regained the lead here, 7-6. They have a runner at first with 2 outs in the 7th inning. The Braves going to their 3rd pitcher of the night. Kevin McGlinchey gets the call from the bullpen.
Sweating like crazy.
You got TV cameras all over you.
The last thing you want is this white pumpy thing running down your arm.
It's just rude.
We asked some of the hottest pros under the sun to switch antiperspirants.
Green visible solid? What's that? I would assume it goes on clear, but I'm not sure I believe that.
When your body heats up, Degree Invisible Solid releases extra protection with a clear difference.
Right there. See, there's no white stuff. The harder I work, the harder it works.
No flaking, no funk, no Klingons.
Degree Invisible Solid works hard but never shows.
After the match, there's a ton of girls. You got to be cool.
Well, I live out here on a little old farm. I got a pickup, 2 tractors, a mower, and a little old boat. Never starts battery in every one of them. One in that old pickup's been in there over 4 years. Starts right up every morning.
EverStart. All the cold cranking power you'll ever need.
No matter if it's 100 degrees or 0 outside. Starts every time.
EverStart. The name says it all.
Everything I got come from Walmart, except my wife and the milk cow. And if they had a place, I'd put a battery on them.
Brian Jordan has come in to talk to first base umpire Chuck Merriweather, I'm sure, about that play down in the right field corner.
Looks like what he's saying.
Looks like he's saying my glove was in foul territory, hit off my glove, and then kicked back into fair ground.
Yeah, it didn't hit the foul pole is his argument. His argument is it hit my glove and kicked back fair. Well, you give Chuck Merriweather some credit. This umpiring crew, when there has been a controversial catch or play, they've been out there. They've been down the line. They've been out to center field. So he gave it his best shot. But you can see what his argument is. He's saying if it hits that pad, it shouldn't bounce dead left. It had to have hit my glove to kick that way.
Well, it's a little bit too late now, but at least he got an explanation from Chuck Merriweather as to why the call was made the way it was. And now Kevin McGlinchey is just about ready to go to work on Jorge Posada. McGlinchey in his 43rd game, 5-3 with a .343 run average, and made his Yankee Stadium debut in last night's game, striking out Derek Jeter, the only man he faced. See the rest of the numbers on McGlinchey. Kevin's from the Boston area, as you no doubt know by now. How did he spend the All-Star break? He went back to Boston with some tickets that he had purchased and went to the All-Star game with some buddies. Sat out in the bleachers at Fenway. Posada 1 for 3.
Well, he picked a good one to go to if you like the history of the game.
Remlinger 3 1/3 innings, 4 hits allowed, 2 runs. Runner at first belongs to him. And 1 walk. Upstairs, ball 1 to Posada.
I think the second half of the season, you're going to see Kevin McGlinchey working his split finger fastball into games more often against lefties. He's got a good one.
Braves have a chance if they want to do it this way. Remember when Goose Gossage and Terry Forster came up together? And both were used to close games. Braves Innings could do the same thing with the righty-lefty combination of McGlinchey and Rucker.
Well, you got a couple of guys who can be McGlinchey as soon as he gets the opportunity, a little more experience. There are two guys who can dominate the end of a ball game.
1 ball, 1 strike on Posada.
Boy, two different personalities, too, aren't they?
Very different.
A little bit bigger lead every time by Leday.
He has good speed.
Hasn't stolen any this far while he's been up here. That's a big lead.
About 10 steals a year on the average in the minor leagues. 1-2 the count.
What he may be trying to do, rather than steal a base, is upset McGlinchey's timing, trying to get Posada a fastball to hit.
He is going. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second base. Stolen base.
He got a good jump because the pitch that was thrown to Posada, it might as well have been a pitch out. A fastball out away. That's a big jump. That's a running jump. Fastball out away, so Eddie Perez could step out and take it almost like it was a pitch out.
I had the count wrong. I thought the count was 1-2 on that pitch. It was 2-1, so the count now even 2-2. 2 men out. Now the 2-2 pitch. In the air to left field and deep. Plesko drifting back on the edge of the warning track and makes the catch. And that is out number 3. So McGlinchey comes in to get the final out in the bottom half of the 7th inning, but a Bernie Williams triple and a sac fly by Tino Martinez has given the Yankees the lead one more time.
Why do I offer my employees Aflac insurance on top of our regular health insurance? Because I know their names. Because I know their kids' names. And because Aflac helps cover what our other insurance doesn't. If they're sick or injured, Aflac even provides cash to help pay bills. So why do we have Aflac? Because working together means more than just doing a job. Aflac supplemental insurance. Without it, no insurance is complete.
Mom, Dad, if I'm paying rent, I gotta have a better breakfast than this.
Mark.
I know there's some dietary restrictions at the table, but no way.
What would you like, Mark?
Potatoes, sausage, eggs.
Would you like me to serve that to you in a nice warm skillet?
That would be great.
What does this look like? A Holiday Inn?
Want a better breakfast? Try our award-winning Best for Breakfast menu in today's Holiday Inn.
Pep Boys knows how to give you a great deal on tires. They don't run specials on just one size. Pep Boys discounts every size in stock. That means all 35,000-mile tires are 4 for $99. And all 70,000-mile tires are 4 for only $169. Even top-of-the-line 80,000-mile touring tires, all sizes 4 for $199. Call it a bonanza, an extravaganza. It's how you save on tires. Pep Boys.
Cars like us.
People love us.
Take a look at the Delta scoreboard. The Cubs won the first one, a slugfest at Wrigley. Kansas City at Milwaukee for a pair. Woodard wins his 11th in the first, and Milwaukee's taking the lead in the second one. Cleveland got beat by Pittsburgh. Giles, Sprague, and Young all homered. Colorado over Cincinnati 6-2. Echeverria home run in that one. The Mets in Tampa Bay are slugging it out with the Mets leading bottom of the 8th inning. Florida over Toronto 4-2. And Philadelphia shutting out Ardell. Boston has scored now. Philadelphia leading Boston 5-4 top of the 9th. Continuing over, a 4-run 6th inning has helped Baltimore lead Montreal 9-3. A pitching duel in Houston. That's Thompson against Ellerton. The White Sox over St. Louis 6-4. Arizona's taking the lead over Texas. That's Bennis on the mound. And everything else happening a little bit later. the scores and news from around baseball, log on to CNNSI.com. It's the ultimate address in sports.
Randall Simon 0 for 3 tonight. And the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Mendoza still out there for New York. Will lead it now 7-6. Mike Stanton and Mariano Rivera getting ready in the Yankee bullpen.
Double barrel action in the Braves bullpen with Springer and Cianez. If the Braves stay behind, it will be Springer. If they can score or go ahead, it will probably be Cianez.
3-1 now on Randall Simon. Little roller. Mendoza. Nice play, 1 gone. Now he's retired 5 in a row now. And has only given up that 1 hit to Eddie Perez back in the 6th inning.
Almost always, Pete, a pitcher will go over and make this play barehanded. The important thing to do if you're going to barehand it, watch where his head is on this. Right down on it. He sees the ball, picks up the ball before he looks to first. It would make it a lot easier on a base runner, and it makes a chance of you botching it if you try to go to your glove.
Eddie Perez yanks one high and deep, but foul down the line and left.
But if you ever see that play mishandled by a pitcher barehanded, almost always it's because the head comes up to look at the runner or the bag. He stayed right on top of it.
Here's the 1 strike. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Same thing, third base side. Can Brocious do it too? Yes.
What a play.
Identical ball to the one Randall Simon hit. Simons was down the first base line. Perez down the third base line. And this is a great play by Brocious.
Barehand pickup, eyes on the ball, throwing on the run. It helps to have a catcher going. You've got 1 chance to make this play. It's with the bare hand. If you botch it, then you had no chance anyway if you have to go to the glove.
Remember in the game last night, Brian Jordan hit a ball. Brocious did just what you were talking about on the previous ball by the pitcher. He looked up before he picked the ball up and wound up being charged with an error. Walt Weiss, boy, that sinker is really getting some worm killers, isn't it? 3 up, 3 down for Atlanta in the 8th inning on 3 ground balls hit right out in front of the plate. They got to the bottom of the 8th.
Hey, Jeff, what you doing?
Just buying a ticket online for my golf trip this weekend.
Whoa, Mr. Computer, is the phone too low tech for you?
No, but if I book online, Delta gives me up to an extra 1,000 bonus miles, and I can check out things. The weather, hotels, even my Sky Miles account balance.
Oh, and looky there, you have just enough for an extra ticket. And I don't have any plans this weekend.
Not a chance.
Come on.
No.
I'll carry your clubs.
Don't care.
They're heavy.
You're desperate.
4!
Dandruff, psoriasis, scalp dermatitis. If you asked all the dermatologists listed here to recommend a therapeutic shampoo, Neutrogena T-Gel would come out #1. T-Gel works on all 3 itchy, flaky scalp conditions. Neutrogena T-Gel, it works.
Nothing tops ice cream better than Hershey's chocolate syrup. So feel free to pour it on. But do watch out for those cherries.
7-6, bottom of the 8th inning. We invite you to stay right where you are with TBS after the game. Billy Crystal's on a hunt to find Curly's hidden gold. The movie is City Slickers 2 on Dinner and a Movie. Paul and Annabelle, slaving over a hot stove, will be preparing. Get ready for this. Home on the free-range chicken wings. That's a mouthful. Both ways. It's coming up next, and it's on the Superstation.
And we're going to the bottom half of the 8th inning with a new Atlanta pitcher, the 4th of the night, Russ Springer. He's on for the 21st time this year, 0-1, a 589 earned run average. League only hitting 209 against him. Walked quite a few, 11 walks in 18 and a third innings.
I've heard him be described by more than one scout and more than one player as having what's called easy gas. It's a nice, easy delivery, and he just zips the ball. I think when you look at his numbers, the earned run average somewhat misleading. A couple of outings have jumped that up near 6. For the most part, he's been very effective.
Brocious 1 for 3, a 2-run single back in the 4th inning. (7-6). Yankees about hit the Braves tonight, 13-9. That's out of play, 1-1.
These two are not strangers, and Brocious had rather not see him hitless in 6 trips against Russ Springer.
The 1-1. Good breaking ball.
Boy, is that a beauty.
1-2 now.
If it's 2 strikes, that's a good pitch if you just get a strike with it. After 2 strikes, you'd like it to be a little crisper and a little lower.
Into right field, and Brocious no longer hitless against Russ Springer. A leadoff single to right to start the bottom of the 8th. That's 14 hits tonight for the Yankees.
And that's not a good 2-strike pitch. You had a couple of pitches to play with. It's a 1-run ball game, so you want to prevent any further scoring. With 2 strikes, he only missed by about 1.5 feet. Eddie Perez wanted that in around the belt. It was belt high on the outer half.
Another ball hit to right field by the Yankees tonight. They've been doing that all night. Brian Jordan's been very busy out there tonight, not just on fly balls, but Derek Jeter a single to right in the 3rd. Paul O'Neill a single to right in the 3rd. Chili Davis a single to right. Ricky Leday a single to right, both in the 4th inning. Leday again in the 5th inning to right field. Leday again in the 7th inning to right field, and now Brocious to right field. So he's had about 10 balls hit out his way. Had that triple by Bernie Williams into the right field corner.
And if Joe Torre wanted to get frisky, he's got a good hit-and-run combination here. Knobloch can hit the ball to the right side.
Knobloch 1 for 3, single back in the 1st.
And I would look for the Braves, if they do play hit and run, to leave Brett Boone at home and have Weiss covering.
Braves traditionally in a spot like this look for a possible bunt. Yankees only have 10 sacrifice bunts all year as a team. Braves have 37, but that's the difference in American League and National League Baseball, the DH. He was bunting. Fouled it off, 0-1.
He looked like he was bunting for a base hit, though. I'm not too sure that he didn't do that on his own.
You know, you look at all the bunts in the National League by the National League teams, and almost usually half or more of them come from pitchers. 25 of the 37 Atlanta sacrifice hits coming into this game come from pitchers. And that can happen whether you're up by a run or up by 5 or down by 5, just to get the pitcher out of the way.
Right.
American League with that designated hitter, they don't do it unless it's maybe going to win you a game or catch up in a game when you're down by a run. And you normally don't bunt a runner over just to tie it. So you just don't see it that much in the American League.
Braves are looking for something going on, either a bunt and run and hit and run there. See if Joe Torre switches, puts the hit and run on. You don't usually pitch out back to back. Gene Mock's about the only guy I've ever seen call back-to-back pitch outs.
Bunting again and missing it.
Now I see one you don't call many sacrifice bunt.
It's now 1-2.
This is not really good form. It's kind of like they're trying to push something out of the door.
Excellent record in the close ones for the Yankees. Braves in one-run games are 16 and 11. Fly ball to right center. Another chance for Jordan. He has gotten his work in tonight. One gone, and the batter will be Derek Jeter. A walk, a single to right, a single to left, a home run to center, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, now hitting .378. Here's the home run to the deepest part of the ballpark.
A change-up that he looked like he was out on his front foot and hit one-handed, but he hit it about .420.
Ball, no strikes. American League this year loaded with outstanding offensive shortstops. Coming into tonight's game, Jeter leading the league at .373. He's up to .378 now. Former shortstop Tony Fernandez second in the league, .371. Another shortstop Nomar Garciaparra third in the league. He's down to .359 right now. And you got Omar Vizquel also in the top 10, getting .328 for Cleveland. And you haven't even mentioned Alex Rodriguez. Swung right through a high fastball. There was some of that easy gas, very easy motion from Russ Springer.
Lively at the end, so and with the good velocity, he can get on hitters with that.
2 balls and a strike. Inside corner. One of the things Bobby Cox really likes about Derek Jeter, too, everybody likes all the skills that Jeter has, the ability to hit for average, hit for power, run, throw, field. He just likes, Bobby says, the other little plus to his game is the enthusiasm he has for playing the game. Comes to the ballpark every day, and Bobby said, I love to see players, whether they're wearing a uniform of the team I manage or not. I love to see players who bring that to the ballpark with them every day. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a sense of frustration when they get a pitch that they think they should handle and they don't.
Away, still 2-2.
Couple of good 2-strike pitches there. The one that he got hit hard was about belt high out away from him. The one a little bit higher, we talked about this the other day. You go up about the letters, it's hard to handle. But down around the belt, it's easy to drive. That's a lot of time on the base pass, isn't it?
It's a lot of hits for a 25-year-old, isn't it? Talk about putting some numbers together.
Perfect pitch.
Got him looking. Jeter caught looking and kind of looks back to plate umpire Jim Evans, who's gotten looks from both sides tonight. First strikeout for Springer, second out of the inning. Here's that pitch again.
Nice easy motion, and the ball did come back. Movement at the end. Maybe you just wish it weren't a strike, but that one looked like it was a good call by Jim Evans.
Now Paul O'Neill. O'Neill 1 for 4. And a single back in the third.
Two out of 6 with a homer against Russ Springer.
0-1. He was late on that fastball. Braves would like to hold the Yankees right here at 7-6. Come up in the 9th inning. They've got Boone, Chipper Jones, Brian Jordan due up. The Braves have been a great come from behind 9th inning ball club this year. Of course, so have the Yankees. Crowd tonight big, 50,469. And they're sold out for tomorrow.
Supposed to be a scorcher here in New York tomorrow.
98, they say. 1 ball, 1 strike. been more hot and humid in the Northeast this year than it has been in the Southeast. They just got through a weekend or a few days into the following week up here in New York where they had temperatures into the hundreds. They had some power failures up there. They had a lot of heat-related illnesses, a couple of deaths.
Well, which is it this year, Nina or Nino? It's one of the L's.
One of them, yeah. Here's the 1-1. Runner going. Throw is a little bit high. Boone trying to get the tag down, but unable to. Stolen base for Scott Brocious.
Threw over a couple of times, did Springer, but then when he decided to go to the plate, a bit of a high kick, and Brocious guessed right on first movement. Any movement by Springer, he was going to take off.
5 steals now for Brocious this year. Only been caught once. Deep center field. Andrew Jones back to the warning track. Just enough room to make the catch for out number 3. And O'Neill is furious. He fires his helmet away again as he rounded first base. He thought he had gotten enough of that one. So we're going to the 9th inning. Due up for Atlanta. Brett Boone, Chipper Jones, Brian Jordan down by 1 run.
Sunday night on the Superstation, we're hitting the trail.
Twice. Came out here, City Slickers. You're going to go home, Cowboys.
Billy Crystal, Jack Palance, Daniel Stern, and John Lovitz are going to show you just how wild the West can be.
Kill anyone today? They ain't over yet.
First, the Superstation premiere, City Slickers. Followed by the Legend of Curly's Gold. The roundup begins at 9 Eastern Sunday night on the Superstation.
Esposito's annual Crepe Myrtle Festival is a great opportunity for the merchants of the gardens to help you celebrate summer. And after you've checked out our crepe myrtle, stop by Abraham George and look over the largest selection of quality outdoor furniture in Tallahassee. They're particularly proud of their Jarrah, which is an Australian hardwood. It's available in bar groups, dining groups, and picnic sets. Also for the patio, check out their chimeneas and Mexican pottery. Stop by during our Crepe Myrtle Festival for super deals for home and garden.
It's the hottest hookup of the summer. Check out the Sprint Summer Showcase at the Tallahassee Mall Food Court every Thursday, July 8th through August 12th at 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. It's too sweet to miss. Get the 411 on the most awesome new stuff in the mall. Hang with all your friends and
spread the word with Star 71, three-way calling from Sprint. It's easy to use because it's already on your phone line. Usage fees may apply.
Only at the Tallahassee Mall, where shopping is entertaining.
Going to the 9th inning at 7-6 New York. Brilliant 3 1/3 innings of work by Mendoza. 3 1/3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Held the Braves right there while the Yankees regained the lead. Now they turn things over to their closer, Mariano Rivera. 36 game, 2 wins, 2 losses, 23 saves, a 229 earned run average. League only hitting 188 against him.
I've overheard a few left-handed hitters, a couple of switch hitters who have to bat left-handed against him, saying that they are sometimes tempted to get into the right-handed batter's box because he throws what I heard one of them refer to as a chainsaw cutter. He said it's 95 miles an hour and it comes right in on your bat handle, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. So he said, I'm tempted to get in the right-handed batter's box. You take his best pitch away from him if you do that.
Been one of the most effective closers in the major leagues, as you can see, for the last 3 years. And, you know, sometimes when you sign a player, it takes 2 or 3 years before you really can determine whether or not he's a major league prospect. I think the Yankees knew right away on Mariano Rivera. They signed him back in 1990, sent him down to Tampa. And in his first year in Class A ball, he pitched in 22 games. He pitched 52 innings, and he gave up 1 earned run. His earned run average, his first year in pro ball, 0.17. He only gave up 17 hits in those 52 innings. So I think they knew they had themselves a pretty good pitcher at that stage.
Well, he was one of the reasons when John Wetland, see, that's what we're talking about. He wears lefties out. A lot of broken bats.
Brett Boone 0 for 4 tonight and 1 for 7 in the series.
See that ball sail? And I've heard him talk about it. He doesn't try to do that. You hear pitchers talk about a cutter and a sinker. He just grips it and throws it, and it runs away from right-handers.
Native of Panama. In the air to right. That's been a typical swing and a typical result for Brett Boone of late. He's been hitting a lot of fly balls to right and right center.
He's getting pitches just up out of his happy zone. They're up in that area right around the Brave, right around Atlanta, across his chest. Watch where that pitch is. See, that's a pitch that's hard to drive. If that pitch, if he can make him bring it down about 4 or 5 inches, you can drive the ball. It's hard to drive it up that high.
He's 1 for 8 in this series, and 1, 2, 3 of the outs tonight and 2 of the outs yesterday. 5 of the 7 outs he made have been fly balls either right or center.
You see that motion by Brett Boone with his hand moving it across? He's talking about that sailing fastball.
Chipper Jones tonight, a fly to left, a homer, and a couple of walks.
I think if you look for Chipper Jones to fly open a little bit to try to accommodate that.
On the play, 1-1.
If you do fly open looking for a pitch in there and you get one out away from you, that's normally the result. You've already spent most of your energy, and it's hard to drive it to left.
Only 9 walks in 32 innings and 32 strikeouts for Rivera. He's behind in the count now, 2-1. Two and 1 on Chipper Jones. Into the Yankee dugout. Got to be paying attention down there. Luis Sojo
in the dugout for defensive purposes.
2-2. Full count now, 3-2. With Brian Jordan on deck.
Can attribute that to some fine pitching by Mendoza, and now Rivera trying to finish it off.
Here's the payoff to Chipper, and he fouls this one away.
That ball down there, a left-hander can get the bat out front on a cutter down. It's the one belt high and above that it's hard to drag your hands through at that level to get the barrel of the bat on it. He's going to get a chance again.
And he lost him up high, ball 4. Good at bat for Chipper Jones. Fouled off a few to stay alive. And he now represents a potential tying run at first with 1 out to Brian Jordan, who is grounded to short, walked, doubled, and grounded out to third. Otis Nixon is going to come in now to run for Chipper Jones. Remember back in the, what inning was that? It was back in the 5th inning when Chipper Jones had that adventure on the base pass where he touched second base 3 actual times on a ball hit by Brian Jordan. He wasn't sure if it was going to be caught or not. He might have banged up his knee a little bit sliding into home plate. He got up very slowly. Nothing serious, but Otis Nixon in to run for him here in the 9th inning.
Here's the slide at the plate, and a little bit of an awkward slide.
And he got up with that look on his face like that didn't feel too good. So Otis Nixon in to run for Chipper Jones with 1 out here in the 9th. He is going on the first pitch. Line drive, right center field, base hit. Nixon heads for third. Bobby Cox pulled the right string there. Hit and run executed to perfection by Brian Jordan.
And you had a guy with an inside-out swing, Brian Jordan, who can hit the ball to the right side. A pitcher who throws a cutter. It's going away from him. You had all the ingredients for a ball being hit over there. I'm surprised the Yankees covered with Knobloch instead of Jeter.
So they're at the corners now with 1 out for Ryan Klesko, who has homered twice, singled, and struck out.
If Jeter covers, that's a game-ending double play.
Strikes to Klesko.
Now Stottlemyre is going to make a trip out. Usually this kind of trip with a guy like him is going to be, hey, you're throwing the ball well, you got good stuff, go right after it. Pitch aggressively.
There is activity in the Braves bullpen. John Rocker has begun to loosen up out there.
You know what pitching coaches say?
Rudy Cianez as well.
More often than any other thing when they're out to talk to you. All right. They make a statement and say, all right, go right after him now, all right?
Ground ball left side. That's going to get through. Base hit left field. And we are tied as Otis Nixon scores. Brian Jordan hustles all the way around to third. Braves have gotten up off the deck again. And we are tied at 7. Ryan Klesko has driven in 4 runs tonight and 53 now on the year.
And Klesko didn't try to fly open and pull Rivera. He stayed right in on him. They want it inside. It's out away from him. A little bit of an inside-out swing. Here is some good aggressive base running by Brian Jordan. Inside-out swing to left field. Jordan didn't hesitate. Another pinch runner.
Gerald Williams going to go on to run now for Ryan Klesko. Only the 4th blown save by Mariano Rivera this year in 27 tries.
And the key in it, the walk to Chipper Jones.
So they're at first and third, still only 1 out. Ryan Klesko, a big night tonight. 4 for 5, 2 home runs, 2 singles, 4 RBIs. And here's Javi Lopez now with runners at the corners, still only 1 out. A chance to give the Braves the lead. He's 1 for 4. Little pop-up right side. Knobloch should handle this one. 2 gone.
Remember,
2-out hit.
Knobloch has been having throwing problems, so Jordan was tempting him just to see what would happen.
Andrew Jones, who has already delivered 5 game-winning hits for Atlanta this year, with a chance to perhaps do it again.
Remember, Brian Jordan's been telling us over and over, I am not your typical cleanup hitter. I'm not your typical cleanup hitter. I agree with him. I don't know many who could execute a hit and run perfectly. That's an awful lot to ask. You've got to know you have a versatile hitter there to confidently put that play on this stage of a ball game.
Yeah, with most of your typical cleanup hitters, who are usually the big home run guys who might strike out a lot, that guy's up there swinging for a 2-run homer.
Right.
Give you the lead.
He shortened his swing, punched it to the right side, gamble that Knobloch was covering, and he was right.
1 ball, no strikes to Andrew Jones. It's even.
Andrew Jones is a guy that could give Rivera trouble because he gets full extension on balls out away from him, and his best pitch to Andrew is going to be the cutter out away from him.
1-1. High in the air to left field. Did he get enough of it? Leday going back to the warning track to the wall. It's gone. Andrew Jones, a 3-run homer to put the Braves on top 10-7. His 2nd home run of the night. How many heroes can you have in 1 inning? Andrew now with 18 homers on the year. He's driven in 4 tonight, 54 RBIs, a 3-run Atlanta lead now.
That swing needs no explanation.
Look at the Braves bench. They knew Randall Simon, the hitter now. It's been a 4-run 9th inning for Atlanta. This could be the 6th game winner for Andrew Jones this year. Not one of those walk-off wins like he gets at home when he drives in that winning run in the bottom of the 9th. And a lot of Yankee fans heading for the exits now. Chance for Russ Springer to pick up a win. It'll be his first of the year. 1 ball, 1 strike on Randall Simon. Broken bat roller. Rivera can't come up with it. Knobloch does. Good play by Knobloch. Well, that does it for Atlanta, but what a big finish for the Braves in the 9th inning tonight. RBI single by Ryan Klesko, 3-run homer by Andrew Jones. Braves lead at 10-7 as we go to the bottom of the 9th.
Now you can save money anytime you make a phone call. Save on weekends, weekdays, holidays, mornings, evenings. Save on every single call. And you don't have to dial 1010 anything. You just have to call Office Depot.
Yeah. And I need a 3-hole paper punch. Yeah.
Call 1-888-GO-DEPOT and save big on office products. Office Depot. Low prices every day.
A new force to be reckoned with. Motor Trend. Reliability, it's guaranteed. Edmunds.com. God's own warranty plan. Confident, secure handle. The ride is also excellent. A solid piece of fresh and
The Hyundai Sonata. It seems wherever it goes. Praise from the automotive press is never far behind.
Driver, April 99.
The Sonata from Hyundai. Backed by America's best warranty.
Well, I live out here on a little old farm. I got a pickup, 2 tractors, a mower, and a little old boat. Never start battery in every one of them. One in that old pickup's been in there over 4 years. Starts right up every morning.
EverStart. All the cold cranking power you'll ever need.
No matter if it's 100 degrees or 0 outside. Starts every time.
EverStart. The name says it all.
Everything I got come from Walmart, except my wife and the milk cow. And if they had a place, I'd put a battery on them.
Well, this doesn't happen very often to Mariano Rivera. A 4-run 9th inning, giving the Braves the lead, and now they'll try to close the deal here in the bottom half of the 9th. Gerald Williams stays in the game in left field. Keith Lockhart comes in to play third base. And the new pitcher, and this is a save situation for John Rocker. His 44th game, he's 2-3, 17 saves, a 285 earned run average, 192 batting average against. Chance to save it for Russ Springer, who worked a scoreless 8th inning. You never know what one inning of relief work is gonna do for you.
Let's take it even further. You never know what one run you save is going to end up doing for you.
Remember, he had that runner down at second base after Brocious stole second. He struck out Derek Jeter, got Paul O'Neill to fly out. Has a chance to pick up a win now. And Bernie Williams will lead off. Williams, Martinez, and Davis do up against Rocker. Williams a double and a triple tonight in 4 trips and RBI. Braves trying to show they can win American League style. So many times for the Braves to look good against a team or look good in a series, they have to get the great pitching, especially from the starters. And you see them win a lot of games where they hold the opposition to a run or 2. But tonight they've showed that, yeah, we can go up there with the big boppers and outscore them too.
And I think the offense takes pride in this. So much is written about the Braves being a ball club built on starting pitching, and now with a bullpen, that every now and then you're only human if you feel like on the offensive side of it, hey, we win ball games, because you don't win with pitching and defense. That's an argument people carry on. You win with pitching and defense.
He went 1-2.
You don't. You stop yourself from losing with pitching and defense, but you always win with offense. And sometimes it takes less than brilliant pitching to stop you from losing, and then the offense comes through as it has tonight.
Rocker ahead in the count, 1-2 on Bernie Williams. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball low, 2-2.
You just hear. Bothers me sometimes to hear people say, well, you win with pitching and defense. You can't win with pitching and defense.
You got to score a run.
You've got to score a run.
That's
you
exactly
stop
right.
yourself from losing with pitching and defense. And you can't win until you stop yourself from losing.
The 2-2. That just missed. Full count.
I'd like to see John Rocker establish fastball, especially with 3 runs to play with. Put that in their mind. It's going to make that extra crisp breaking ball more special than it already is.
Bernie Williams trying to upset his rhythm a little. He keeps stepping out on him.
Gamesmanship. Nothing wrong with that.
Here's the 3-2. Strike 3 called outside corner with the fastball.
If that's a good pitch, 3-2, it's a good pitch on the first pitch. It's a good pitch, 0-1. Nobody going to do any damage to that. Eddie Perez, if Eddie Perez's mitt is behind the plate, that's a strike. And 3-2, there's no reason for him to set up off the plate.
Tino Martinez is 0 for 3, but he has driven in 2 runs tonight. Rounding out in the first inning, driving in 1, a sac fly to center in the 7th inning, driving in another. Mets won their game tonight. They beat Tampa Bay 9-7, so the Braves, if they can hang on here, will maintain their 5-game lead. The 0-1 to Martinez. Trying to get out of the way and fouled it off. 0-2.
He's looking to see if this buzzsaw took anything out of his bat. Ducking out of the way, it's hard to think about at a time like that. Where's the bat?
No balls, 2 strikes. In the air, center field, right where Andrew had him played. He's back about 3 or 4 steps to make the catch. 2 men gone in the 9th. And the batter will be Chili Davis. Davis tonight, a ground out to second, a single, a walk, and a ground out to third. It is not easy to come into Yankee Stadium when they have good Yankee ball clubs and win a series from them.
No.
But the Braves have shown that, well, they've been here before. They're a little more used to Yankee Stadium than some first-time teams might be. They come here for the first time, say, in a World Series. But they have not been at all intimidated by New York, the crowd, the media.
Just a low-key, easy-going ball club.
It's one day at a time against whoever you're playing, wherever you're playing it. And this is going to be a 1-2-3 finish for John Rocker, and the Braves come from behind to make it 2 in a row over the Yankees. Final score tonight, the Braves 10 and the New York Yankees 7.
And there's our AutoZone player of the game, Andrew Jones. He put on a clinic a couple of times, but the big blow, that 3-run homer. Not only was he good offensively, watch a couple of these plays defensively. Coming in a hurry, diving, stop, picked it off his shoe top, and then almost right after that, going into left center field. 4th inning, leading off the inning. Line shot, a laser beam out of here, but it was in the 9th inning when Andrew Jones hit one off of one of the best relievers in the game, Rivera, and put it on ice for the Braves. He's our AutoZone player of the game. We'll be back with the rest of the totals right after this.
Hey, kid. Boyfriend wants to know if that girl will go out with him. Pass it down.
Hey, Grandma, ask the girl on the end if she wants to go out with this loner.
The young man wants to know if the girl over there is a donor.
Somebody wants to know if you're an organ and tissue donor.
Yes.
Hey, me too.
Are you a donor? Make sure your family knows your decision so there's no question later.
Davis Industries. Hold, please.
Hey, this is Bill. Of course we're open for business. Yeah, we're up to about,
19 employees now,
Yeah, exactly. Bill Cavell, you have a call on line 3, please. Bill Cavell.
Well, we're busy around here. Yeah, I'd love to meet with you. What time should I meet you there?
Actually, I'd rather see your office. See you tomorrow.
Need office products fast? Shop online, shop our stores, shop our catalog. Office Depot. Low prices every day.
Home run derby tonight in Yankee Stadium as the Braves win it 10-7. The first one coming with one out in the second inning. It's Ryan Klesko, a low liner into right field. Chipper Jones got on the board with one off the upper deck that got there in a hurry. Then Andrew Jones leading off the fourth inning. Rafael Duque, a liner out. Klesko again. Almost the same spot. Another breaking ball. Good swing by Klesko, but the big one of the night. 2 outs, ninth inning. Andrew Jones, high and deep. It clinched it for the Braves as they win it 10-7. Let's run through the rest of the totals for you. 10 runs, 7.
Back in the 6th.